What up, good people? How are you doing? I hope all is well. I hope you're finding a way to stay grounded through this time. I'm just chilling with me, myself, and I. During this season, I've been choosing me, myself, and I. It's best for a lot of us right now. But I'll just sit here thinking about some things. The divine placed some things on my heart to speak out about. And if you sit here and think about all the mess that's going on in this world, it's sad and it can make you feel lonely and it can drive you mad, I tell you, mad. So that's why you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And a lot of people ain't doing it. And I keep sensing that and feeling that. Like, instead of checking in with themselves, they are checking out. And they are holding on to positive energies for refuge. It's okay to connect with positive people, motivational people, but you have to know how to encourage yourself and love yourself. That's the healthiest way. You're going to have to learn how to tap into your own energy to be, to just be, and not worry about what people thinking about you or feeling about you and how you moving. But I was sensing in the collective, the divine always have me observing and reading energy. I'm chilling in bed, y'all. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Right now, because I had yesterday off and I have today off. So I've been catching up on my rest. Learn how to know when you need to catch up on your rest and just be. So you can refresh and then get back on that grind. That's how you stay right in the mind. But some things have been placed on my heart. And I know some of you, divine will have me observing the community and meaning the collective in the physical world, but also in a spiritual sense. The divine will have me reading the energy. And it's crazy. Like, we're in this time of a mass awakening, but it's a lot of people that's still asleep and don't really know God and don't have a relationship with themselves. But the light, Jesus Christ, the light, the divine, God is within. The universe is within. Your world is within. If you don't know right now, and I keep saying this, when I keep repeating things, y'all, it's because the divine knows that you're not listening. Just like a child, sometimes you have to keep repeating things so they can get it. But if you don't know by now that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, you'll be so lost in this wacky world. And I was just sensing that some people are struggling with the losses. And I heard the divine say, like, some people forgetting how I have brought them through before. They've had losses before. Some people forgetting that when one door closes, another open. And you never really lose anything because the game is right around the corner. You were born to win. But you have to know that and believe that for yourself. And this life is going to be filled with the ebb and flow and the up and down and all around. And you're just going to have to learn how to ride the waves. You really are. And when I want to check out, I stay to myself. That's how I check out. I go into solitude. I look at me a good movie. I listen to some good music. I sing it out. I stay to myself, be by myself, especially when you know there's some type of inner turmoil going on. You might not know exactly what it is, but you know you're feeling off balance. Step away, step back, walk away, get away, run. If you're feeling off balance and if you're surrounded by energies that are off balance, that are not right in the mind or heart, trust yourself during this time. It's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to always be going on in this world, and there's some changes, and none of us have all the answers. We can interpret the Bible, we can interpret body language, we can interpret people, we can interpret the language, we can read, but God is a mystery, unpredictable. We ain't gonna always know the whole plan, even when it's dealing with your own individual life. But y'all just sitting here contemplating, and I was thinking, you know, it's very critical right now for you to work on yourself, to heal thyself. I saw a meme and it said healthy self, but then it broke it down. Heal thyself. When you break those words down, ain't that lovely? I like wordplay, but that caught my eye. Yeah, this is the time for you to heal thyself, and you will have to go in within to confront some things, make peace with your past. And the divine had brought up a memory that I had buried. But, many of us are here to break the generational curses. And I grew up, um, my family, I grew up in the projects, the PJs, public housing. And my aunt was just right around the corner. My uncle was just right around the corner. My grandmother, both of my grandmothers, was just walking down the sidewalk. That's how close we were. And as soon as I turned, well, I was a teen mom, and I knew I wanted to step outside of the PJs. I knew I wanted my own home outside of the projects. That was just embedded in me. That was my soul telling me that you need to step outside of this cycle. And me and my mom was in disagreement with that. But I look back on it now, it's because she wasn't ready for me to leave the nest. Okay? So she'd rather have me close. So she was like, why don't you just get an apartment here? But in my soul, it was always, that was the conflict that was always arising. Like, no, I'm supposed to go outside of this place. I don't know where I'm going to go, but God is calling me to leave this place. And it just so happened I was working a job, Ryan Steakhouse. I wasn't making a lot of money, but it was money. But I couldn't find any housing, you know, the income to pay the rent. So I had to settle and apply for an apartment in the PJs. Guess what happened, y'all? This is how the divine will let you know God is trying to tell you something. So I had applied and got approved and all that stuff. And I knew the place, the apartment that I was going to move into. That apartment mysteriously caught on fire. Okay? I'm a fire sign. The synchronicity is outrageous at times, sometimes. God has a wild sense of humor too. But I knew what that meant. And you know, my mom, like, I can't believe that upon me. I was like, that means I ain't meant to be here. That means it's time for me to step outside this cycle, you know. And it's beauty. It was beauty in being in a community like that, though. To know that you could just walk next door to your aunt, to know that you could just walk down the sidewalk to visit your grandma. That was the beauty in it all. But in order for me to become my own person, to grow up, to be what God designed, I had to step outside that place. And Divine wanted me to share that with you. That the rejection is your protection. That apartment caught on fire, y'all. That ain't no darn coincidence. I mean, caught on fire, and I can't even remember what they said the cause of the fire was. You know what the cause of the fire was? That was some divine intervention. Some things can't be explained, okay? But I knew what God was trying to tell me. And I got that message loud and clear. And sometimes you just gonna have to understand when things are being, if you feel like things are being taken out of your reach, or you're there, but you can't quite get there, or it's a loss. It just ain't meant to be. So you need to just let it be. And I want to just share that with y'all. You know, during this time, you gotta stay connected to the divine to keep your mind right, to keep your heart pure. A pure heart does not mean perfect. I'm gonna say that again. It just means that you on the daily are working on cleansing your heart of the grievances, the pain, the unforgiven sins, the people who have forgiven people who have harmed and hurt you in some way. Keep practicing that. Keep the faith. Keep your head up. And some people just need some darn therapy. Listen, I'll tell y'all something right now. When I went through my healing process, like I was trying to find I can't even talk this time, I swear. I was trying to find therapists, but none were following up with me. But it wasn't meant for me to go to a therapist because I know how to guide myself. The inner guidance is within, always, forever and always. The answers are within, forever and always. And sometimes the answer is just be and let it be, or let it go and let God, or forgive. Sometimes that's just the answer. This world and the people in it make things harder than it has to be. But with the divine, it's always so fun and right on time. So you have to keep trusting in that, and you have to build a relationship with the divine to keep walking in that way. I forgot darn what I was talking about, y'all. It's been so many downloads that's been coming through for me, and some things are painful truths. Some things are warnings. Some are revelations where people, places, or things are being exposed. These I'm agree with my sis. These revelations are exhausting, but on the other hand, too, they can be enlightening. They can light the path of the decisions that you need to make or want to make. Right now is the best time to choose yourself. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to isolate from everybody. Just learning how to use your discernment, learning how to know when you need to take a break from work. You need to take a break from your kids. You need to take a break from the world sometimes. You need to take a break from people, places, and things sometimes. That's okay. This world is, it can be outlandish and disgusting and repulsive at times. But I've been trained to see the God within me has trained me to see the God within humanity. So that's how I keep pressing forward. And I hope y'all remember that too. And with your kids, I ain't trying to tell nobody how to raise their kids. But the Lord wants me to say this right now. Your children come through you, not from you. We all belong to God. So keep remembering that. We all belong to God. All right, y'all. Stay prayed up. Stay faithful. Stay hopeful. No matter what. I got more coming your way in my podcast, on my podcast, and visions, guidance. I'm just a messenger. I'm a mystical child of God. I'm certified by God. But this is not supposed to feel like I'm on the job all the time. You know, people need to do the work for themselves. You can't be dependent on a middleman to get you through. And I had to learn that. That's what I was talking about. I had to learn that for myself. It wasn't meant for me to go down to that road to be numb even more with medication, with prescription drugs to calm myself. Spirit was teaching me you gotta learn how to guide yourself and to calm yourself and to help yourself and to save yourself. The Ascended Masters have been teaching me that. Learning is eternal. I'm a work in progress forever. And you are too. All right, y'all. I'm going to let y'all go. I just wanted to get that out. The Divine wanted me to share that. Those gems with you. Be mindful of how you're moving, how you're loving, who you're loving. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. I can believe in you. Your mother can believe in you. Your father can believe in you. Your friends can believe in you. But do you believe in you? Work on that. If that resonated with you. You take care. You be blessed. You be loved. You be liked. No matter what. Love.